Happy Tuesday! Today we're going to talk about how to Taft-Hartley yourself and become a SAG-AFTRA actor. We're talking about how to join SAG-AFTRA today because we had a question from a member of our community. Her name is Ekaterina, and she asks, what are the ways to become eligible to join the union? Is it only through collecting 3 union vouchers through extra work, or are there some other ways? Now that's a great question because there are actually 3 ways to join SAG-AFTRA. And the first one is the one that you mentioned, Ekaterina, and it's to collect 3 background vouchers. Occasionally, a production will grant a non-union actor a union background voucher. Now, sometimes the actor's working under harsh conditions, or maybe they're performing a background role that would traditionally go to a union actor. In any case, it's kind of rare, and it's up to the discretion of the assistant director on set. So once that happens 3 times, so once you have 3 background vouchers that are union, representing 3 days worked, you are eligible to join SAG-AFTRA. Now the second way to join the union is to be a member of one of SAG-AFTRA's sister unions, and those are Equity, ACTRA, AGMA, and AGVA. Now, if you are a member of one of these unions and you've been a member for a year and worked as a principal under a principal contract at least once during that year, you are eligible to join SAG-AFTRA. Now, the third way is this mysterious Taft-Hartley. So what is a Taft-Hartley? Now, SAG-AFTRA has a rule, well, it's called the Taft-Hartley Act actually, and it allows producers of SAG productions to hire non-union actors to perform a role that they can't find a union actor to fill. So that actor needs to have a skill or a quality that is essential to that role, and they can't have been able to find a union actor to do that role. Now, that allows producers of television or film, and more often commercials, to hire non-union actors and pay a fee and be able to have that non-union actor in the SAG production. And then that union, or then that actor, becomes union eligible. Now, with the prevalence of new media, SAG has created a new media contract, and that has allowed for sort of a do-it-yourself way to get a Taft-Hartley. Now, I'm not going to jump in and become a television producer, right? Like, I'm not going to just produce a TV show. But I could produce a new media project. I could write a sketch or a web series or some sort of content for new media and become a SAG producer. All I have to do is sign up as a SAG signatory, and the budget requirements are a lot lower. We can pay actors deferred or minimal pay, and we can become content creators who are SAG. And so that's the way that you can actually Taft-Hartley yourself. You become a producer of new media content and you become a SAG signatory. So how do you do this? You'll go to osa.sagaftra.org and create a login for your production. SAG will send you a contract to be filled out and sent back, and then you'll get a big packet full of information. You'll need to fill out pre-production paperwork, you'll need to fill out production paperwork, you'll need to do post-production paperwork, and all of this is while you're doing the project, right? Now, there are some rules. So one is that you need to have at least 1 SAG-AFTRA actor on the production, right? You can Taft-Hartley all the rest of the actors who are non-union, but you need to have 1 SAG-AFTRA actor. Now, just as with a regular Taft-Hartley, you also need to provide justification for why you're hiring non-union actors to perform your roles. So my advice is to be sincere and don't lie about the reasons. And then my third piece of advice would be to really use the resources at SAG. You may have to ask for help if you're confused throughout this process, but they are extremely helpful and will absolutely guide you through. You'll receive a representative when you sign up as a signatory, and that person is your go-to resource for any questions or problems that you have. Now, once you fill out your post-production paperwork after the shoot and send that in, it may take a while for you to get the Taft-Hartley paperwork. Just be patient and it'll come through. And you have effectively taken this process into your own hands, become a producer, created content, which is a great learning experience in and of itself, and now you're eligible to join the union. Now, one final word of caution. I want you to really think before you make the decision to join the union. Joining SAG-AFTRA is not for everybody at every stage in their careers. You need to think about a lot of things, like whether you can compete with other SAG-AFTRA actors out there. Because once you join the union, you can't do any non-union work. So if you still need to boost your resume with non-union work, or you still need experience, you might want to think about that before you join. So I would recommend checking out our video on things to think about before you join SAG-AFTRA, and that'll help you make that decision. Now, if you love this content, please be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel by clicking there. And share this video with your friends. And I want to hear from you. I want to hear what option to join SAG-AFTRA sounds the most appealing to you and when you're going to take action. I'll see you next week.